we've left Townsville now and decided on another little unexpected stop along the way. We're originally heading up to Cairns tomorrow, but having got through a fair chunk of work in Townsville, we decided to do another stop at Mission Beach. Haven't been to Townsville for 25 years. I originally went to university at James Cook there and spent about 5 years. But after coming over the headland into Townsville and seeing Castle Hill and thinking, I'm going to get a wave of memories flow back as I drive through the streets of Townsville, I was surprised to see that there was really only one thing that I recognised, and that was Castle Hill. So there's been a fair bit of development and changes and modernisation of Townsville in the last 25 years, which is not surprising. The one thing that I can say, the other thing I'd say that hasn't changed, is the friendly people. It struck me when I first moved to Townsville 30 odd years ago, and it struck me again when we turned up, that people in Townsville are incredibly friendly, and you're very, very quick to sort of stop and have a chat to people. This morning I got up and went for a bit of a wander along what's called Kissing Point, which is just on the outskirts of the city, along the beach there in Townsville. That's an old, when I was up there 30 years ago, it used to be the Army Reserve Barracks, and I think before that it was originally an Army barracks. And they've built, during the war, a gun placement up on top. And going back now, this is the first time I've ever been able to go up there and have a look, because it's now been opened up to the public. Really worth going up and having a look there. There's a memorial to the US military who were in there helping defend Australia against the Japanese. And given the Japanese never got this far, they must have been doing a pretty good job. Of course, they still hit Darwin, as you'd all know. But that was pretty good. I was up there first thing in the morning, watched the sun come up, beautiful views of Castle Hill. The old cannons sort of placed up in there. There's a few places like that around Townsville, being the forts at Kissing Point, and then up along Cape Paloranda there's a few old forts and gun placements as well. Done a bit of work up there in those national parks too to create walking tracks where once upon a time it used to be a little old goat track which nobody went up. Now clearly it's a motorbike, a mountain bike path, and lots of people get up there and around there, taking advantage of Townsville's, I guess, very long military history. So heading north, we're going to go, as I said, up to Mission Beach. Along the way, we're hooking it past Ingham and Hinchinbrook Island. Hinchinbrook Island's another place which I don't think's been terribly developed over the years. I know there's a big long walking trail that you can do from one side of Hinchinbrook to the other, something regretfully I've never done yet. And then in around Mission Beach, looking forward to seeing some of the lowland tropical rainforest. That's what Cape Tribulation is famous for, in fact. The lowland rainforest. Most of the rainforest in Australia is up in the mountains, but both Cape Tribulation and Mission Beach have rainforests on the flat ground. There's also a few cassowaries knocking around Mission Beach, and I've had one walk out while I was fishing on the beach there quite a few years ago. Walk out and steal a banana out of my bag and rack off. They're beasts that you're not going to pick a fight with. The centre toe of those cassowaries kick straight through you and out the other side. Pretty dangerous creatures. So you leave them go about their own merry way. Would be very lucky to see one of those, but I think I'll probably get up tomorrow morning and see if I can sneak around somewhere and get a look. Problem is they walk silently through the rainforest and they can hear you coming from a mile away. So if they don't wander across you, the probability is you're not going to wander across them. All right, another couple of hours drive ahead.
So we've just made an impromptu decision after a bit of a consensus. We've decided that we're going to stop in at Tully Gorge National Park and have a little look around. Say I'm so glad that we did stop. Tully Gorge National Park is definitely turning it on for us today. We've got beautiful green luscious rainforest everywhere and the water is the most gorgeous aquamarine colour. It's just amazing.
Imagine coming to a place like this in the middle of summer and not being able to go for a swim because there's crocodiles. I guess you'd have to keep going upriver.
How cool is this plant? I used to love playing with it when I was a kid. I used to sit there for hours, absolutely mesmerised by how it would close up from the simplest little touch. Josh and I have decided that we're just going to leave Mick sitting over there near the water to have a fight with the crocodile, and we're going to go for a walk along the butterfly track. It's not very long, it took about 15 minutes. It's well worth the effort. Have a look at the thorns on this. We don't want to run into that in the middle of the night. Alright, back in the car and off we go on our way to Mission Beach. We're all getting a little bit hungry, so I thought we might just stop over and try and find some fruit along the way. There's plenty of fruit farms up and down the coast. We're going to go and head off here and get some bananas. Just to camp now, almost to Mission Beach. I think we're staying at Dunk Island Campground. Anyway, we're going to just pull over and see if we can't find some cassowaries wandering around on the beaches. Let you know how we go. I don't see any here, but it is nice to look at. Nope, Still didn't find any. Alright, so we've resorted to just driving down all of the back streets now to anywhere there's cropland that we can get our car, see if we can't find some cassowaries. There's signs everywhere. Surely we can find one. Didn't find any cassowaries. For watching, please remember, if you like what we're doing, to hit the subscribe button, like our videos, and also hit that notification bell so you know exactly when